Good evening. A retired solicitor from Bristol has died while taking part in one of the world's toughest yacht races after he was swept overboard during bad weather. Simon Spears was an experienced sailor of more than 40 years and was wearing his safety tether at the time of the accident. Race organisers confirmed he was given a sea burial following medical advice.
We're talking about a very steady, sensible, reliable person who we'd selected for further training and had total confidence in. So, you know, it's inconceivable in my view that he got something wrong. He wasn't that sort of person. Something's gone wrong here and we want to find out what it was. Well, now what happens, we'll wait for the boat to come in so we can look at the equipment, talk to the crews and get a full picture of what exactly happened here to try and learn lessons from it.
An investigation is underway after a pedestrian was killed in a crash in North Bristol. The 54-year-old woman died at the scene on Passage Road in Brentry just after 6 o'clock last night. On to sport news now, and in football it was mixed fortunes for the region's sides this weekend. Let's take a look at the action. Bristol City were hoping to make it 4 wins in a row away to Sheffield Wednesday. Callum O'Dowda came close to a goal, but a draw saw both sides end their winning streak. Bristol Rovers fell behind within 2 minutes of their home game, and AFC Wimbledon piled on the misery with another 2 goals. Lee Brown brought home the Pirates' only consolation prize. Forest Green Rovers faced driving rain as well as a determined Crewe Alexandra, but they didn't lose their nerve. Chris Doidge brought the home side level twice, before a last-minute winner from Alex Iacovitti secured them another 3 points. Cheltenham Town weren't so lucky away to Notts County. Carl Winchester found the net with a superb first-half strike. But a second-half burst from the Magpies saw them take all 3 points. Sean Brisley putting both the ball and the Cheltenham keeper in the back of the net. In a West Country derby, Yeovil took the initiative early with a solo effort from Rhys Brown at 4 minutes. But the Glovers may have peaked too soon. Swindon continued their strong away performance. Kellen Gordon quickest to turn in a rebound. On to rugby, and Bath have won away at London Irish. A try from Matthew Bannerham helped lead the team to a 22-18 victory. A group of friends from Bristol are counting down the days until they take on one of the biggest challenges of their lives. They're competing in this year's Atlantic Challenge, a 3,000-mile nautical race across the ocean. Ben McGrail reports.
What does it take to row an ocean? Determination, passion, resilience.
More people have been in space than have rowed the Atlantic, and you can see why. This brutal, now annual race started 20 years ago and sees teams taking on the elements and each other between the Canary Islands and Antigua. One of the teams hoping to make it all the way are called Nuts Over the Atlantic, 4 Bristol boys who aren't afraid of a challenge.
I've never done anything like this, whereas Steve's done a few marathons.
Well, he says a few. I did 1 marathon in the Arctic Circle and a half Ironman, but I think that's enough for me until, you know, we take on the Atlantic.
We have to make all our own water using a desalination unit. We obviously have to navigate, so we've got all the navigational equipment. The campaign's been going about 2 years, and it's pretty full on outside of our work. So our families and friends have been very supportive, and it's been a huge amount of work. But we're finally there, a couple of weeks to go, so we're all excited to get to the start line now.
As well as the physical hard graft, they're also raising money for the Movember Foundation, which focuses on prostate cancer, testicular cancer and men's mental health. And the team's mental challenge on the ocean could be their biggest hurdle.
It's going to be just the 4 of us on a tiny boat surrounded by ocean. We won't see another human for between 40 and 60 days. So it's just the team dynamic we have to sort of face. We're going to be missing loved ones, we're going to be missing friends. We're all going to cope in different ways.
This boat will be the team's home for potentially 60 days. And it all begins on the 12th of December. Ben McGrail, ITV News.
Well, time now for a look at the weather. Here's Philippa.
Great Western Railway sponsors the ITV West Country weather.
Hello.
Hello there. Well, it's been a fairly changeable weekend and the week ahead looks very unsettled too. Spells of rain, some of that heavy at times, windy with it too. But despite all of that, it will be fairly mild for the time of year. Now, high pressure has actually been very much in charge today, keeping things largely dry and settled. But over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, that will edge away southeastwards, allowing more in the way of cloud, outbreaks of rain and strengthening winds to head our way. And that process all starts tonight. We'll see thickening clouds spreading its way eastwards across the region, the eventual arrival of some outbreaks of fairly light and patchy rain and drizzle, and the breeze picking up. All of that adding up to give us a milder night than last night. I think temperatures at their lowest probably around 5 or 6 degrees. So tomorrow morning, not too chilly a start, plenty of cloud from the word go, and I think during the day we can expect to see further outbreaks of rain and drizzle spreading across the region, but nothing too heavy or persistent. Where you do see any brightness, and it will be fairly limited, it should be fairly pleasant temperature-wise, highs 12 or 13 degrees, but again add on the breeze and it will feel somewhat fresher than that. And then looking ahead to the next few days, as I said, all fairly unsettled, spells of rain, windy with it too, but it will be fairly mild.
Great Western Railway sponsors the ITV West Country weather.
Thanks, Philippa. Well, that's it from your weekend team. Don't forget that there's plenty more online, and we're back tomorrow during Good Morning Britain. Until then, though, enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.